Welcome to Factorio and the March 2021 community map on the 1.1 stable build. So I've already synced the map mods, so the mod coming from that is Minable Intermediates. I haven't played this before, I've looked at it briefly. It looks like I can mine like gears and electronic circuits and stuff. I'm not too sure about the full list, I guess I'll be finding that out. And I've also added my basic robots mod. I basically added this when I found construction drones had been deprecated, and I thought the companion one was even more powerful than the one that was, or than the construction drones were before. I went to mod settings to look at that, so this has all been left alone, so it has all the things. And I think this easy mode was something to do with pumps and water. I guess I'll find that out. I didn't really look too much at the discussion on the Discord about that one. And my basic robots, so the core mod always has construction bots with a portable roboport and adds them to light and heavy armor. This is fundamentally going to be a less powerful version you would get with modular armor. The bots will have less range, less charging capacity, and the batteries have only single use. So like your standard like non-rechargeable AA batteries or whatever, when they're used they're dead, I have to get new batteries. Having logistics bots and roboports will let me have construction bots build around a roboport, so that's going to be handy. That's actually something that the construction drones mod wouldn't allow, but again, they're kind of slow, so it's not a big deal. I probably won't use that too much, and at least until I get some upgrades into the robots, and at that point I could get the normal ones anyway. But the big deal there will be the logistics bots with the passive providers and storage chests. This will let me use the personal request and trash ability. There is no requester chests however, so I can't do full-on bot logistics. This is just for the personal stuff. And the rebalance robot speed, this is just making them faster initially because their basic speed for bots is pathetic. You can literally notice that the player walks faster than the bots can fly. It's kind of annoying. It does make the research less powerful, so it works out kind of the same overall. It's not exactly the same due to how the research math works. Coming on to the map settings, the starter equipment will give me some bots to start with, and armor and a portable roboport to go with it, and a small number of batteries. Does not unlock the research however, so I will need to do that research before I can get more. And there are no per player settings on this game. So coming on to the game itself, going single player, new game, free play. And I have got the map exchange string, so I'm going to paste that into there. Let's have a look at the preview quickly so I make sure this looks about right. This looks pretty much like it's supposed to. So really short stuff in north, the starter area. So let's get started. And away we go, skipping a little cinematic thing. I was going to pick up any resources. Can I click on all of them? I can't remember, I think some of them specifically always have stuff. But having that little bit of extra iron, that's going to be handy. Now if we've got here, that looks like it has, that does indeed have coal in it. I like having coal early on. So let's just get that. Takes a little bit of time to mine these, but it's 37 coal. I'll go 27, I thought it said 37. I think there's something like randomness to it. Either way, it's going to give me enough coal to get this first miner started. It's a lot quicker than getting the trees. So that can start getting on, and these look like they were, yep, these big rocks again. So lots of coal here to get started with, so I'm liking this map seed already. I wonder if that was intentional or just purely by chance. Level 1 here. Actually might as well go over them because it's going to take a little bit of time for that to get the iron. And actually I'm going to need to get the gears, aren't I? So let's just see what we've got. So the Minable Intermediate, yep, there's gears and there's electronic circuits. Batteries there. Definitely the other types of circuits. I'm not sure if there's like steel and stuff, but gears I will be needing. And in fact, I can't actually remember how many I need. Don't normally pay that much attention. I need 6. Of course, now I just let you autocraft, like autocraft them. I don't think about how many you need to make a burner miner. Gonna take a little bit of time to get this out. So I think I'm going to put the first, well, the second miner, the first one I build, down on this gears thing with a wooden chest, because I'd like to get this automated. It's definitely taking a while. Literally just trying to find stuff to say now to pass the time. There we go, that's done. I actually don't have enough wood, so that's a bad one by me. Let's get some iron, and the nearest trees are up here. So that can start crafting. Get some trees, because might be good to have coal for the burner miners, but I still need a few boxes. And indeed I actually need some power poles as well shortly. Put that somewhere in the middle. I can put a bunch around that. So that can start off. Got a whiz more now to a plate, so I was going to get these trees away from the coal mine because they're going to get in my way. And I do have a few seconds here to really decide what to do, because I need to wait for those gears to build up. Some more big rocks there, so I get these two. Taking a little bit of time. I guess I've actually got the robots as well, was kind of the point. That makes that a lot quicker. Maybe not quite as quick as the construction drones were, but that's still pretty quick compared to doing it by hand. And yeah, there's still not enough of these. Let's get some more by hand. And put a second burner miner down on it. Definitely foresee needing a lot. In fact, it's very slow. What is the... Oh yeah, mining time, 250%. Well, that would be what causes that then. Yeah, definitely going to want a lot of miners on this. So that is 6. Another miner coming up. 20 of iron in there. Got 32 now, so it's actually more than I need. That is finally done. And that can start. Got 3 there, so I should be well on the way to getting a third one. And I think once I've got 4 of them, I might then start putting more back on the iron. And if I start, yeah, I think after I need to start mining some actual coal. There's a lot of rocks around, but I will run out of the rocks eventually. So that's going to be another one. Probably about, there's only 2 in there. They are taking their time. This is nearly done. This is done. Put the coal in that. I'm up to now, up to 4, so I need to get 2 more. So this is going to be 1. And I bet there's some more in there by now. Yep, there is. Might as well mine this while I wait for that to build though. No point just wasting time for the sake of it. I'm sure I'll find other things to waste plenty of time on shortly off my own accord. Starting with these rocks, I'm going to grab these rocks over here because I think that's the quickest way I can get coal right now. Probably should have built the miners second because the furnaces build a lot faster than the miners. The miners are kind of slow. But there you go, I'll finish off quite quickly. And go get that coal, and I'll have to mine coal after that. So for the coal, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these so they flow into each other, which would help if I rotated them correctly. And then if I just give them each one fuel to start with, what they're going to do now is they can output into whatever building or belt is next to them, where the arrow is, so they can output into each other's fuel stack, and then I can just come and take the fuel like that every now and then. So I quite like that setup for the coal, and I can extend that to be 4, 8. Like either just copy paste that or just make a bigger and bigger loop. Either way works. I actually like the bigger loop because it's less likely. If you take the coal like just at this moment, so it runs out of coal before the next cycle, they can start like they like stall. Basically they stall. So the bigger the loop is, the less likely that is to happen to all of them at the same time. So it's going to be the same as the iron, so lower of furnaces, lower of miners, split the coal between them. So far it's been like a regular start for me, just this gear thing has been a little bit different, but I actually might be making this a little bit easier overall because gears do use up a lot of iron, so that's a lot of iron I don't need to make. And it will certainly make things easier in the long run, and that's what I was meaning by like make a bigger loop. And now you can see they're going to go around and start each other. So what we got here, probably should get onto coal. No, that's not what I want at all. Stone rather. And yeah, I don't want the electric one just yet. So stone will be the same as gears, but I don't think I need as many of them. So we're just going to build like 1 and I don't know, let's do it that way around 2. Because I will run out of stone, like I said, eventually when I need lots and lots of furnaces, so that can just stockpile up a little bit for now. So I did have this circuit stuff, so I guess I can just do the same as I did here. So that'll be something like that. Need some more coal though. And yeah, I could definitely do another 4 for coal. And he's working? No. Alright, missing fluid it wants. Well, how are you supposed to... Okay, I understand now what the easy mode thing was about. Yeah, there's a bug in the Mining Intermediates mod apparently, where if you have this entirely disabled, you can't make the pump, and you can't make the pump, you can't get water. So I will use those eventually, but I need to go and get water. And that's not very convenient. There's some up there, some over there, some over there. None of it is very close. Going to need a lot of pipes. Let's just get the rest of these down. Get some coal. And start looking at what I need for power then. So I have got the pump. Gonna want at least 1 boiler. And I want some more gears. was going to go straight for the 1 to 2. And in fact, if I had the resources, I probably should even go for. I'm running out of coal now. I probably shouldn't even think of just doing 2 and 4 straight up. I've got enough metal, I just need to go get that stone. Which actually I thought I was going to go a little bit further, but I'm sure I did build that because I didn't even get as far as wanting lots of furnaces. I ran out of power. Yep, that was definitely quite a way down. So hopefully I bought everything I needed. I don't want to have to keep running back and forth. So the pump can go here. Can have an underground so I can get past. Then I'm going to have the boilers. And actually I want to leave a gap. I think I'm going to need to get that pipe up top. Or I could just make another pump. Let's just do it with the one pump for now. This is only going to be a small temporary power plant anyway. So that's going to be like that. I might as well put those down there now. And I just need to have power poles for each of the engines. And that can go up. And I'm going to fully load them up to start with. Then just run the power up. While I'm doing that, I don't know, I'm going to try and do just the pump. That feels like the way Mining Intermediates is meant to be played. So let's see if I can get this up here just quickly and then run a pipe back down with all the iron I've got. So I got a bunch of pipe ready. I'm going to start with, I guess, here. So it's down. I've also got a bunch of transport belts. And I'm going to run the belts in the opposite direction while I'm at it. Because I'm going to want to bring coal down for the power eventually, just so that they have like an automated supply. So this can link up here. I forgot to make any regular pipe because of course I did. So let's make that, and then yeah, this is actually going to go here, I guess, because it needs to be one inserted distance away. And I can tidy up then. It's just going to run there adjacent to the pipe once I make some more of that. So hopefully enough pipe now. So I've got the overlay on so I can see where the arrows are. So it's not like there's pipe graphics on these, but that is where the connection point is. So this needs to come down to here. Then use the regular pipe to link that up, and they should work as, yep, they do work as inputs and outputs. So they can just loop through like that and they'll be happy. And now I should be getting some circuits, 250%, to be the same speed. Oh look, it even tells me there 5 watts per mining operation. So yeah, they'd be the same speed as for the gears. But I don't need as many circuits right now, so that should be more than fine. A couple of inserters to finish off the coal. And how many is that? 5 for each electric miners. And once I get some more metal, I can finish this belt off. So for this belt, I guess I can come here. I don't want to get in the way of the iron, because this one is going to be for coal. And I guess I'll come over here. I need to find a gap to go through, because you can build belts on top of ore patches, and I've run out. I'll just like show what I was going to do. So I'll finish off in a moment. So you can build the belts on ore patches, but then they get in the way of doing those ore patches, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to want the entire patch. They're not very big here. So belt's complete, power brought up, so I just need to add the miners. And we'll just do them on one side for now. And then basically as I expand, I'm about to go to these burners or what. If I go to these burners soon enough, so I'm not too worried about the burners being in the way. It's a bit unfortunate there's actually they have like one extra grid, so I'll take this coal here. It's a bit unfortunate that coal is there, it's not quite going to catch. And there should now be enough never mind me. There should now be enough circuits to make the labs for doing science. So I'm just going to put them over here, kind of out the way. I want an assembly machine at some point. I'm sure how much space it's going to take up, so let's just put those there quickly. And get started on the first science, which will be automation to get the assembly machine. And coming off of that, I'm going to want logistics, because I really do want the underground and the splitter. And that research multiplier, the research is going to be expensive this game. I'm going to probably build a few additional labs to make that go a little bit quicker, because that's 160 science packs, that's a lot. And then once I've done that, I want to go into these basic robots for the basic robots mod. Not so much so I can build new ones, but so I can build the charging, because I've only got the initial supply it gave me, it's not infinite. So automation done, so my plan with that is to immediately build some assembly machines. We start with 2 for this purpose. And these are just going to make the science packs and then put them in there. So I can use a basic inserter for that. And then what's this need? This needs iron and gears. Rather copper gear. Sorry, excuse me, let's try and get this correct. It needs copper plates and gears. There we go. And I'm not sure on the ratio really of assembly machines to science things, because it varies from like tech to tech. So for the time being, what I'm going to do is just extend 1 to 1. So see if I can afford some more of these. I've already got 2 more. And I think that can go there. And then yeah, I'll just blueprint the whole thing over. Next one will look like that. Already wishing for way more gears than I can get. I could just keep expanding these. I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these entirely for the time being. Let's actually delete the miners first so they don't just drop random stuff on the ground. And I'm going to replace them with electric drills because they're a bit faster. And this will be like a permanent solution rather than just the temporary one. Is that piece there? Nope. So what I'm going to do is basically fill this up. Which I'm going to need to build some more drills, but they will eventually end up here. So it looks like 2 strips is about right for this. So this can come down. And let's see if I can fit a box in there with a belt all the way around it. That's fine. So the reason for having the belt like this is just because my inserters at the moment are not very fast. And I don't really want to have multiple boxes. I'd rather just have one box, it's easier to manage. So this way I can have as many inserters as possible. Make sure there's half all of them, and then I'll just quickly make the rest of the miners once I get some resource. And now those are all running, let's look at the production. Probably like last 10 minutes would be the best view. So you can see I was going along with the burner miners at about 51. Probably about 50, you can see it's like oscillating because the number of miners and just the way the graph works. But now with the electric ones it's up to way more than that, up to about 180. So that's going to be a nice production boost there. Although they are still all currently going into science. Actually having built those, didn't have enough gears for them or enough plates. So just getting them started now with the expanded that. And once I get some resource, I'm going to do the same thing for the circuits, and I'm going to fix whatever went wrong down there. Probably I actually forgot to build those inserters. Yeah, no inserters and a gap in the belt. I was clearly getting way too carried away with other exciting things. So I'm going to do the same electric circuits, pretty much the same layout, just move these pipes. Put some more pipes just in case. So there's going to be 2 ones of this. I think there's actually going to be less miners in total. I can actually make the extra 2. I think I can make the extra 2 right now. So that's going to come down there and down there. Not down there, that's wrong. Going to come down there rather. And I'm going to have like the same thing as this. Just going to copy paste it for being easier. And then power can come up here and here. And for water, I'm going to wish I left a gap. Thank you robots for making my life easier though. And then I can have a pipe there, pipe there, pipe there, and a pipe there. Need 1 more underground, because that can come across and that can come down. And these should now be working. Just going to take a while to the first cycle. First cycle done, so that's going to come down there and fill up this chest as well. So I got plenty of coal, but running low on power, so for a core I built, what, 4 down there? I should actually build some radars as well while I'm at it. So I'm going to go build maybe another 8 of those, just to, well, a total of 8, just double it. Actually I realised, like, going to need loads more power, and I might as well do this as few times as possible, so I'm going to build another 6 boilers. One thing I was lacking there, I want that little connecting pipe. It's not going to quite copy what I wanted. I'm going to just copy it this way and then delete the bit I didn't want, which is that bit. So that's 4 and 2 more I think. That's 6. And I should have all the parts for building that. Assuming I counted correctly. Looks like I did count correctly. So that's going to make my power consumption now look a lot more like this. So I'm using 4 out of 14 megawatts. So this is a high power base here. And with logistics nearly done, I can start thinking about mining. So I want to not hit the shuttle on the water. So they're kind of the same lines. Let's just start here. Leaving the amount of space that's probably not enough. So let's just start with 3 of those. I think 1 power pole. Yeah, I can do 3. So the plan is that's going to be output, input, another input, another set of things, and another output. So that's going to need to have power poles 2. Probably going to need more inserters. So bringing the resources across into them, then bringing the output out. That I can repeat down a number of times, and then here using my new logistics stuff, which would be really helpful if I had some iron. Let's just get that. So as I was saying, now I've got iron. I'm just going to put these down here behind the quick bar, makes things a lot easier. Or the hot bar, I forget what the exact name is in Factorio, different games call it different things. And I lose track. But what I want to do is I want to side load the ore and the coal. So basically what I'm going to have is one lot for coal and 1 lot for ore coming in. And then that will get side loaded onto either side of this belt here. And I just need 1 inserter per furnace, which otherwise needs a short and a long, which is great because I have got the long but the power poles wouldn't reach. So I find this layout to be a lot better. So yeah, it looks like these are in the way slightly, but actually looks like they're in the way a lot. But I can tie this up later at some point if I need to. So I'm just going to go around them right now rather than destroy everything. And I'm going to come over right to the end. I'm going to start on this edge of the iron. Looks like about here will be good. So that's 1 strip. And then there'll be another strip here. Short by 1 miner. I guess I'll build that 1 miner later. Maybe I can build it now. I've got enough resources. So that goes there. Give them power. That shouldn't take a second. 5 seconds maybe. I don't know. Especially if I can't reach. Come on. Let's try to do that quickly. And then this is the other place I need logistics because I need to get past this coal. So that's going to come down. And then for the coal itself, going to need some more belts. But the coal is going to come down here, pass under. Probably going to be more stuff there. And I can just put a splitter up here. And that splitter is going to feed down into these. And then just find a power cable to give that all power. So at the moment I've got basically 6 in a row. So this will give me 9 and 12. And I believe 24 is the ultimate goal. So let's just see where that will end up. That will end up down there. And I probably should actually get this debris out of the way as well. That's going to be slow to mine and slow to. Well, the bots just can't do it apparently. So slow mining it is. So I'll just finish this off. Got a little bit of planning. I think I'll allow for 4 of these. So that's going to be 1. That will be the second one, the third one, and the 4th one. Let's just get these trees out the way so I can see what I'm doing here. Robots won't be very efficient again with the trees yet, but they're still a lot better than doing it by hand. So this will be the end of the iron. And by the time I've outgrown that, I'll probably be ready to build entirely somewhere else. So then a bit more planning, I should mention. So when I glanced at the map, this has looked like generally has a free area like around the starter lake. That's what I found on most Factorio spawns. So I just plan to build down the side here. Then that I'm not even decided. That can be power plants or oil or something. I might build oil around here. I might build oil around there. I haven't found any oil wells yet. So if I find some oil wells actually next to water, I might just build the refineries there for convenience. That bit I've not decided, but I plan to build south down here. Now, so now I've got that. That also means I'm going to have. Let's leave a gap just for whatever I haven't thought of. So let's have a couple of belts available for gears, a couple of belts available for green circuits. Leave another gap for the thing I didn't think about. And I guess I'm going to need a lot less copper this time because I won't be making circuits, at least I won't be making circuits the normal way. So let's say 2 for copper, then stone and coal, and maybe that's enough. Just want to have an idea of how much space I need to leave. And then actually let's just see what that looks like if I was to come straight down. And actually I don't really want the robots building that, so it's going to come down there. Looks like it's pretty central, that's worked out nicely. Going to need a lot more belts though, so let's just build as many of those as I can. That's one problem with like planning a big bus out and planning a big bus out straight away, as you do need a lot of belts to do a bus, or at least to do a big one. So the yarn's coming down there, so this was the edge of that. So let's assume, I want 1 for steel and 3 for iron, or maybe I'll end up doing 2 and 2, who knows, but that's going to be the iron stuff either way. 12 I believe left me with just about that looks about right. So then that's going to come across there and feed into the bus there. So for this bit here, I'm going to try and leave as much space as I can for the iron stuff. I already had the gears here, so let's assume in the circuits. So circuits can come here, gears rather can come here, and that kind of lines up. Unless I hit this cliff. I think I'm about to hit the cliff, aren't I? Yep, there is a cliff there. Well, I'll do this for now, it's close enough, and if it's a problem later I'll figure something out. So these boxes I won't be using anymore. That was not what I wanted. I think that's some new 1.1 quality of life feature that actually I didn't want. Well, I guess it's nice there. I guess I'll get used to it eventually. As it happened in that exact situation, what I actually wanted to do was to like place on top of the belt that was already there. Let's just pick all these up. Probably got way more than I need in my storage now. And then the next thing I was thinking is this research is taking long, and the one I'm going to want after it, most likely, I'm going to want steel at some point. I'm definitely going to want green science. That needs an entire 600 packs, and I probably do want steel and electronics, all hundreds. So this could do it going a bit faster. And I noticed that they're gradually building up more and more packs, because the assembly machines run a bit faster than labs do, at least on these like 15-second ones. I guess that's 5 seconds. It won't be the case there. That's 5, 15. It's kind of a mixed bag. But what I'm going to try for the time being is just building some more hair. So let's just get those labs. And I think also I have actually run out of power. Yeah, I've run out of power because this took me a long time to get to. Well, I guess that's a feature courtesy myself. I'll either make the batteries available initially, make the batteries cheaper, or give more of them in starter equipment. So of course the other resource I'm going to need for automated science is the copper plates. So copper plates, let's go steel basically this. So my current thinking is, so iron I reserved there. Steel I guess I'll put here because I don't think there's any intermediate steel. At least I didn't see it on like a glance at the thing. And then copper, I'm going to put copper somewhere out of the way. This cliff here is a little bit inconvenient. So out of the way could be here maybe. Or it could be like there. I can't like there, that's even more out of the way, and I do have plenty of belts right now. And I guess I could use off. I think I had a little bit of power left. I said I was out of power. There's a little bit left in the roboports because the roboports is like its own battery. I might try and let them do the inserters. Inserters are kind of fiddly to do by hand. Like one of the best reasons to get bots, and like this mess here. In fact, what I'm going to do is going to have the belt go this way. Because I know I want the copper over here, not over here. So I'm going to have it feed back out the way it came. What did I just do there? I somehow offset those all by 1 tile. And actually I do need some more furnaces, let's just make those. So the copper's going to come back out here, copper ore will come in straight along here. That one's easy enough to do by hand. And that's going to provide a good work getting the power as well, because I'll need power for the miners. Get a few miners, that won't take a moment to do that. I think the best I can do here is going to take the coal off of here. Going to be a bit... I guess I can use underground there. It's going to be a bit messy, but it'll work. Why did it do that? That made no sense. And I wonder how smart this thing actually is. Will it do something smart? No, it does something stupid. So it doesn't work if you want to do multiple tiles. Well, I can always just do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. So coal's going to come up here. And let's see how these robots deal with their little bit of charge, whether they can finish this off for me. because I don't want to have to do this all by hand. Not all these inserters and fiddly bits. But if they run out of power, that's going to be bad. So looks like all the belts are done. Actually, I'm going to start doing some more belts while I'm at it. So the plates are going to come out of here. And this first plate one is going to be 2 half belts, so I can just merge it. And that needs to come down and negotiate this cliff. Did I actually miss anything? Let's just check. Yep, I think they're dead. They're dead. And I have to work out which ones it missed. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to not do. I think that's all of them. I'm sure there's one I missed, but I can't see it right now. So I need to negotiate this. It might just be easier to come along eastwards a bit and come down here. Because if I come down here, at least this is a straight piece of cliff. I think straight cliffs are easier to deal with. And I'm going straight into all those trees. Wonderful. Everything's working so nicely. Probably this one, I'd guess. Guess I just have to cut these trees down the hard way. I think one more. I think that's what I need. As long as that lines up, that doesn't need it. And that looks good. So coal and copper rather come along here. The copper plates come back along here. And to make these batteries, so the batteries require copper plates, iron plates, and copper cable. And I do need some assembly machines. Let's make some assembly machines. That can happen afterwards. Keep needing more and more belts for doing this belt stuff, bus stuff. So let's say we have one chest. I just want to have one chest for like the output. So that can look like that basically. Then what can this look like? Guess I'll have 2 for copper cable. And they can like feed in that way. And it should give me a decent burst production because I've run out right now and I want to get like 50 or so quickly. So copper cable and batteries. Put the copper in there, and the iron plates. I'll go steal some from these furnaces and then I'll just put them in there. So I think it's going to be a good place to take a break. So I managed to get all the basic stuff going. So I've got the normal like power, the iron plates and the copper plates, as well as the Minable Intermediates, gears and electronic circuits. So I haven't actually built any assembly machines this time for gears or electronic circuits because I'm just going to use the Minable Intermediates. And I've got a lot more science than I normally would have because that science multiplier is making the science take a really long time. I've also got the batteries now coming up, got another 4 there. Taking a while to recharge because I drained the whole thing, and those roboports hold a lot of charge. So it's taking a lot of batteries to fill it. But hopefully next time I'm going to get on with extending off the bus, doing the main factory. And that should let me do the automated science. I'm going to try and do red and green at the same time. Hopefully that doesn't take too much longer. And then I can start getting on some other bus stuff like automating the belts, inserters and such like. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Be sure to like and subscribe and enable your notifications if you'd like to see more.